Crawford, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Julian Jackson, and you're watching Dante Boxing Nation.
You're watching Dante.
You're watching Dante.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Okay, and just one last question, I'll let you go. Now, they're talking about Canelo fighting against Joshua Clottey. Do you see that as a competitive fight? What do you think about that fight?
You know, it's funny you were saying that. When I saw it, at first my thought was, ooh, because I like Joshua Clottey. I really think he's been a very good fighter. Clearly he's older, and he's had some ups and downs, although he comes in off a win over Mundine that was a good win, depending on where you put Mundine in the category of things. He has been more of a welterweight, now he's fighting at 154. But then I stopped to think about the skill sets that Clottey brings to the fight, and I thought, you know, in some ways it's a pretty interesting fight because we know it's going to be more action-packed because Clottey is not a mover.
Yeah.
And you know, Clottey's had some terrible fights like the one with Pacquiao. And he's had some great fights. I mean, you know,
and he just knocked out Anthony Mundine,
he just knocked out Mundine. So on the surface of it, you think, oh well, they've taken a step down to do whatever. But I got to be honest, I'm trying to wrap my brain around their matchup and knowing, being realistic about who Canelo is. He's a good fighter, but a guy like Joshua Clottey, and then you can go back to his fights with Cotto when he fought Cotto to a standstill and may have won that fight. He's clearly a skilled fighter. The question is how much his age affected him. Let's put it this way: if it's a choice between him and James Kirkland is the sexier choice. I don't know if he's the better choice. That's it's a good question.
So now that you brought both them up, who's the tougher opponent, Clottey or?
Yeah, that's maybe Kirkland because of the power, because he can do something to you. But if you ask me who's the better fighter, clearly Clottey is. Yeah. Now, technically and mechanically, but does this version of Joshua Clottey at a higher weight, as an older fighter, does that make him a better opponent than Kirkland? I'm almost going to say yes, because at least he's been active.
And Kirkland has chin issues too,
He has chin issues, and Clottey is a tough guy who's very hard to get out of there. Now, again, fighting at a higher weight, but he did so against Mundine. So my inclination is to think of the two, Clottey might be the tougher guy.
Okay, well, thanks for your time, Al Bernstein.
You're welcome.
Thanks.